The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi guys, a very good evening to all of you. A very good evening to all of you. Am I audible, guys? Yeah, good evening, guys. How are you, everyone? Okay, no issues. Anyhow, we have uploaded the recorded session, and the recorded sessions are time to time updated. So no issues. You please watch the recorded session. I'm also fine. Thank you, Janika, for asking. So, what we covered in the last class, guys, shall we revise what we did in the last session? So, in the last session, we talked about the Redux toolkit. Sorry, not Redux toolkit. Redux toolkit we talked about. Fine. and we talked about what is the global state management in the React applications. Then we started with our major project, whatever the project we are going to build. That project we started, and in the project, what we started to do, we started to write the backend. Although we are not teaching all the backend everything, fine, but most of the things, one of the most question asked from the backend will be covered over here. What we are writing actually, okay. No issues, Rakshada. I will open again quiz 2. Fine. I will open again the quiz 2. Uh, this time you try to attend it. Fine. Uh, Up to I think today it was open. Okay, let me open again. No issues. How was the test? Did you give the test, all of you? So in the last class, guys, we actually had written the backend. Fine. Actually had written the backend and everything. So the integration on the backend, the integration of the backend and installation, or what we can say that what is the setup for the backend, that we have written actually. Fine. That we have written. Yes, completed. Correct. Now we will move on to write our logics. Fine. To write our logics. So in that first thing, what we have to write is to how to sign up. Do you know what is sign up or what is register? Register a user on your website. That we have to learn. Okay, guys, ready? Shall we start? Do you have any more problems? Anything more to ask? Or shall we start our sign up? I will open for all of you. Don't worry. Okay, fine. Just a second, guys. Just just a second, guys. 1 second. Yeah, are you able to see the notes on my screen? Something. Okay. So by the time, can you tell me what happens in the sign up, guys? What happens in the sign up? By the time this loads, what happened in the sign up? Can you tell me? On the terminal, it is showing server is running on 5000, but localhost 5000 link is not available on the web. Actually, it will be http colon double forward slash localhost colon 5000 will be available. But I don't think so. It will print anything. I, it will give you successful something message, whatever you have written in the request, but not other than that, it will not do anything. Yes, Rahul, please ask. Okay. You tell me, guys, what happened when we sign up? What do you think? We provide data. Okay. In our case, the data is in set of name, email ID, password, and avatar. Correct. Avatar. It is an avatar. This is what we have to fill in the front end. Fine. This is what we have to give the data as an front end, as an input box we have to give. Fine. Now, once you have given the data, now what will happen? Let's discuss that. Fine. Now, once you have given the data, suppose you understand that. Sorry. Now, understand that this sign up. Fine. This is from the front end part. Front end. So, from the front end, the data you have given. Fine. Now, the data is with the API going over here. Okay. With the API, it is going over here. So, sign up API is there. Sign up API is there with the data. It is going. Now it will hit what backend, and in the backend, what will happen? Let's discuss that. Because first operation, what we are going to do inside our backend is called sign up. Then login, then forget password. Subsequently, we will increase. Okay. So once you receive the data, fine guys. Once you receive the data, first step, first step is to collect the data from front end. Collect the data from front end. Correct. That is that is this thing, this data, it is coming. What second step? Second step is to check whether that email ID exists in the user database or not. It means there is a connection, guys. There is a connection with the DB also. This backend and the DB is connected. Fine. This backend and the database are connected. Fine. I will teach you how to connect our database. Fine. Don't worry about that. Okay. Second step is to check whether the email ID exists or not. That you have to check. Whether you see, once you are signed up, every time do you sign up to any more websites? You don't sign up. Fine. What you do, you log in. You don't sign up. Once you have signed up to one website, you always log in their data. Fine. You don't again sign up. Okay, so we have to check whether whatever the email id you are providing, that email id is present in our database or not. Fine. So that is one type of checking. If and else statement it is. If the data is present, if the email id is present, then we have to give an error, we have to give a response. We have to give a response because this is a request, it is coming. We have to give a response that the email id already exists. This type of thing, this type of error you have also seen. Correct? Yes or no, guys? Yes, correct, Samantha. Then the third thing, if suppose the email ID does not exist, if suppose the email ID does not exist, then what we have to do? We have to create what? Your account, or create a new user, and keep it inside our keep it in our DB database. Fine. We have to keep it inside our database. Then fourth one, what you have to do? Fourth one. Now fourth one depends. Fourth one has two things. Either you can give a response. Either you can give a response to the user, to the front end that signed up successful, and tell them to log in again. Listen to me very carefully. Sign up successful and tell them to log in again with the email ID what you have signed up and whatever the password you have written. That is one thing. Second thing what you can do is that here you can give one more different type of response in which you will have some what we call unique values. Fine, unique values, and you can directly log in. Fine, here you can directly log in. So you can directly log in, no need to again log in. Fine, this is one way. Another one way, more way, this is one way where user you can sign up, tell them to sign up successful, and you can tell again you log in. Second way is that directly you can log in. Third way is that you can tell them for sign up, and then you can send a mail also. Send a mail and tell them to verify your email id. Send a mail and tell them to what? Verify your email id. So what you have experienced, guys, in these three, actually these two are the actual almost the same, but in these three, what you have experienced more, guys, nowadays? In the previous class, you told that to create a backend using the npm init in is the right command, and in this, before we can do anything, sir, because I have some error problem in it. npm init just to start installation of the backend, means just to set up the backend, we have I have told you. Then what is the error you are getting, Shivashri? What is the error you are getting, that you tell me? So this internship or only webinar? I have got a mail for internship. This is internship, Rahul. You will get a certificate. You will get a certificate uh, when you complete this project and submit it. So this is an internship of 1.5 months. Third, what do you want to say with our three? With our three, what do you want to ask? Third one. Okay, yeah. Okay, sorry. So this one, as in very popular, it is correct. Why? Because some of them you will be using a fake email ID, and also you can sign up. So in order to just to verify your email ID, we are using the send email plus verify your email account. This is what it is used nowadays. Fine, but we'll not go over here. We'll stick to the second one. Although I will tell you how to send a mail and everything, I'll tell you, but I will not apply over here. I will apply in the when you forget your password. Subsequently, you can apply over here also. Or if you want, I can tell you how it is working, or I can tell you, give you the steps of how to send an email in order to verify your email ID. That also I can tell you. Okay. See, guys, before starting your project, no, before starting your project, be very sure. Fine, let me open this. Be very sure that you are in the right folder. You see, I have created full stack music player application. I am now in internship 5. I have to go to CD full stack music player folder. In this also full stack music player folder, we have to go inside backend. So I have to go CD backend. CD backend. CD means change directory, correct? CD means change directory, correct? So CD backend. Now over here, when you come to this particular thing, see, when you come to this full stack music player backend, now you have to do npm run development dev. Make sure you are in the correct. Fine. Make sure you are in the correct folder. Fine. My bad. npm run dev. Okay. See, http 5000. Okay. Now it will not get anything because this is where we are opening. We have written a backend code and where we are trying to open it. Okay. I think npm is not installed in you. So actually npm is not installed in you. What you have to do, I guess, wait a second. Local C program files or see, go to here, Shubhashri, this PC, local disk C program file and Node.js. Fine. And check whether npm is there or not. Fine. Or you can write it in our LMS. We'll take care of you. And we can help you with from there also. Okay. So where were we? Okay. So this is our sign up one. Any doubt in this, guys? We will code everything. Whatever the steps we have written, na, we'll code everything. And actually, fine. This one, this unique thing, I will tell you what is this unique thing. Fine. We'll discuss around this because this is one of the basic thing that you should know inside your back development of the backend. So in the Postman last time we have updated our right how to do not 5173. 5173 Vandana is for the front end. 5173 Vandana is for front end that you will write when you will write a React application. Now it is running 5000. Fine. Vandana, now it is running 5000. So you go to the Postman actually. Fine. You go to the Postman, go here, get a request, send it. Okay, just a second. Send it. No response. Server is running on 5000. Fine. Send it. Okay. Server is working. Okay. Fine, Vandana. So HTTP localhost 5000 it is because our backend server is running on port 5000. Understood? Not front end. Front 5173 is the front end. Here, guys. Now do one thing with me. Fine. Just do one thing. Don't ask too much question in this. Fine. Do one thing with me. Whatever I am installing it. Fine. Whatever I am going to install it with me. Later, fine. What I have to do, I don't have to show you the installation things, and we can use it directly. Fine. Okay. So one by one, please focus over here. How to install. Okay. So first of all, everybody should come inside a backend, or wherever you are writing your backend, you should go there. The terminal should point there. This is the terminal. This is the path, guys. Fine. This is the actual path. It should point towards your backend, the project's backend. Here you have to write npm I space npm I means install space. Now install first of all bcrypt. Fine. Space npm I bcrypt space course we have installed. Fine. Now crypto. Fine. Crypto. Okay. Space dot env. Dot env I think also that we have installed. Fine. Let me just open it. Fine. Dot env also we have installed. Image kit. Fine. Space JSON web token. Space mongoose. Space node mailer. Fine. So these things you should install. It will take time. Whatever it will be shown in my dependencies should be seen over in your dependencies also. So please make sure that you install everything what I'm telling you now. Later I will discuss one by one where it is used, what is the use of all of these things. Fine. So guys, see bcrypt course crypto.env express image kit JSON web token mongoose and node mailer. And please make sure that every word and every spelling should be correct. I'll give you 2 minutes to install, guys. I will tell you, I told you, Tara, I will tell you what is the work of everything. Don't ask me now. Just for our own convenient, I am telling you to install all these dependencies. Fine. And then run your application. Yes, I will show you index.js pass, Nitish, but wait. I will tell you the use of everything, Nitish. Just wait. Wait for the right time. Installed, guys. Done. npm I bcrypt space course space crypto space .env dot space express, like this. If you write, it will install everything at one, in one line of code only. It will install everything. Okay, I hope it is done. You can watch a recorded session. Fine. Everything is mentioned in the recorded session. Okay. Now, since our server is running, okay, now let's write how to connect the database. Now, in this one, we are going to use MongoDB as our database, correct? So let's write some code in order to what you call attach the database with our MongoDB, with our backend. Okay. For that, we are taking one help. We are taking a help of one help called Mongoose. Fine. Mongoose not as an animal, but Mongoose as an fine. Oh, sorry, ODM. So this Mongoose, what it does, whatever, see, we are actually integrating one database with our backend service, correct? So that seamless writing of the code, that seamless integration of MongoDB from the Node.js, that integration, Mongoose is helping us to do that. It helps us to write those code very easily, whereas in the MongoDB, which is difficult to write the code. And you know one thing, wherever whatever the database you are writing, you always write a query for a database to search it. Suppose in SQL you write select query, you write index queries, fine. So in MongoDB also we write queries. Those queries actually it is making us very easy in Mongoose to write. Fine. Those queries is very easy with the help of Mongoose if you are writing, because those queries which are the repeated queries are converted into functions in the Mongoose, and we know how to use the functions. Correct. We know how to use those functions. So those queries, they are converted into functions in the mongoose, and those functions of the mongoose we are using under the hood, they are doing exactly the same in the mongodb, whatever it is done in the mongodb. Fine. Now, first thing over here, if we read the docs, if we go for reading the docs and everything, first thing what we have to do, we have to make a connection. How to connect to a MongoDB, or how to help us a connection with the backend. Correct. So you see mongoose.connect it is written. Fine, mongoose.connect. And here one MongoDB is written. Correct. Like this. Okay. Have you guys installed MongoDB? Have you guys installed MongoDB? Do you have this MongoDB Compass? Yes. Yes. Okay. Fine. Fine, guys. So see here, we'll create the connection string actually. So if you go to the, okay, let me close it, this MongoDB. No, again I will start. All of you, please open your MongoDB Compass. Those who have, fine. Okay, now you see localhost is there, na? Edit connection string. Fine. Once you go to the edit of the connection string, once you go for there, edit the connection string, you can see a URI or URL is written. Fine, this MongoDB localhost 27017. What we are doing, actually the MongoDB we are installed locally. So the data now we will install it what locally, and we can now use it. So MongoDB is there inside our system. MongoDB will hold that data. Fine. So the local MongoDB over here is with the port 27017. Fine. That is there. That is the MongoDB port. And we have to connect it. Fine. We have to connect it. Fine. So how to make the connection? So see here, connection, what I told, mongoose.connect it is telling me. Connect with that connection string. Fine. Mongoose.connect, it is telling me to have with the connection string. So let's write it. Fine, let's write it. Okay. So what I will do is that I will create file. Fine, one more folder over here. So in the backend, we are going to create one more folder known as DB. Fine. Or do one thing, right click on backend, create a new folder called configuration or config. Fine, config. Over here you write new file name and write connect db.js. Fine, connect db.js. Okay, with the connect db.js, how to write? First of all, what we have to do is to import mongoose. What? Import mongoose. And if you remember, if you go to your package.json file, you will see mongoose is already installed. Fine. First of all, we have to install mongoose. Okay. Then I have to write. Then I have to write one function. Const connect db. Right. Connect db is equal to uh, mongoose dot connect. Fine, dot connect. Okay, dot connect, and then we have to pass our URL, correct? Now I want to ask you one thing. Okay, should we give the URL over here or should we write it inside the .env file? Because once you have made this application, now what you want to do, you want to deploy the website. Deploy the website means you want to make your website live so that anybody can come to your website and listen to your song. That time, do you need a local MongoDB or do you need a what you call online MongoDB? What do you need, guys? Tell me. When you want to deploy your website, okay, that time do you need a local MongoDB or do you need an online MongoDB? Online MongoDB, correct? But when you are testing, you need a local MongoDB, correct? So do you do you will change this every time? Will you change every time? Once it is uploaded, you will change it to the online MongoDB. Once it is when you want to test it, then you will change into offline MongoDB. That is a pain, correct? That is a pain, again and again changing. So what I will do, instead of not writing the MongoDB connection over here, we will use the environmental variables. Fine. What we'll do, we will use the environmental variable because the MongoDB can be changed. Now you are using MongoDB, correct? If you want to use MySQL, then that also you can use it, correct? Fine. So like this, you can change your database or you can change the online MongoDBs also. So many online MongoDBs you can change. So it's not what you call uh, static, correct? It is changeable, and we don't want to change it multiple times. Fine, don't want to change it in the multiple files. Okay, so that's why we are going to write this inside our .env file. That will be a very efficient. Do Priya Upadhyay, do. So over here, I will write our MongoDB URI. Now, how to write it? Fine. How to write it? Please see over here. You write. You can name it anything. I am writing MongoDB. Fine. Underscore URI. Okay. Is equal to, see here, MongoDB. Fine. Colon /local host colon 27017. Fine. MongoDB /localhost colon 27107. This is the offline MongoDB or the local MongoDB. After that, you have to write the database name. So my database name will be what? Full stack. Fine. Full stack dash music dash player. Fine. I think something issue with my keyboard. Music. Fine. Full stack dash music dash player. You can name anything. Fine. You can name anything. That's up to you. Okay. I have named full stack music player. You can name anything. That's up to you. Fine. And you can see over here, if I connect to the local host, you can create a connection over here, plus sign, and you can save and connect, directly save and connect. Okay. You will see, you will not see full stack music player is there for me. That's why I have chosen this. Fine. Okay. Now we will use this MongoDB URI inside this connect. Fine. So how to use this, guys? How to use this? Do we need to take the help of .env? Do we need to take the help of .env? Yes, correct. We need to take the help of .env because that is one that is the package which we have installed for reading all the env files. Fine. So import .env. Fine. Import .env from dot from sorry .env. Correct. And then what we have to write? We have to write .env .configuration .configuration. Which file to config? So here you have to write the path. Fine, path of that env file. So what you have to write? You move out one folder. Fine. See here how I am writing. You move out one folder, which is exit one folder, and once you exit this folder, you will directly find .env file. Fine, you will directly find that env file, and then you have to write process.env. process.env dot mongodb. Okay, guys. Okay, now see over here one thing. Please see, then you write. At the end, you write. Fine. Please see, if I'm moving my cursor over ConnectDB, because this is going to return me something. This is going to actually return me the connection. Correct. Okay, whether it is connected or not connected, that thing it is going to return me. Okay. Acha. If I'm getting return, what it is telling, ConnectDB is declared but not never used, but const ConnectDB is equal to promise type of mongoose. Okay, so it is returning me. If you see, it will be returning me a promise. How to handle a promise, guys? How to handle a promise? How to handle a promise, guys? Yes, we can use then catch method. We can use then catch method. We can use async await method. Fine. So let's use some async await method. So what I will do, instead of not writing it like this, fine, not writing it like this, see here, I will write an asynchronous function. I will write an asynchronous function. Now ConnectDB, I am making what? Asynchronous function. Okay. Then I try catch block. Fine. Then I try catch block. In this, I am writing const connection. Fine. Connection is equal to await. Remember await. Then mongoose connect process.env.mongodb. Once it is done, then what I have to write? I will write console.log. What you do is you write MongoDB connected successfully. MongoDB connected successfully. Fine. Else what I can write? Console.error. Fine. Console.error. Okay. What I can write? MongoDB connection error. Connection error. Fine. Error. And then put a comma and write error dot message. What is the error message? If we are getting any error message, just check that. Fine. Then what we'll write? Export default connect db. What we have done? We have exported our connection. Okay. Where to import, guys? Which is the entry file of the backend? Index.js. Over here, we are going to call connect database, fine. So it's good idea. After course, we will use, fine. You can use it anywhere. Okay. After express.json on you use, fine. So here, connect your database, correct? So what I'll write, connect db, fine. As you can see over here, connect db and call this method, fine. Now it will come you an error. Why? Because we have not written the import correctly. What you have to write, connect db.js. From this file only it is coming, correct? So now it will be running perfectly fine. You see, MongoDB connected successfully. Tell me guys, are you getting this? Write it now. Right hand side is index.js and left hand side is connectdb.js. Is it coming, guys? No. Yes, no. Import statement is giving error, sir. In what import statement? This one. You check one in the package.json. Have you written here module? This one type module. Have you written this? If you have not written this, then make it module and restart your terminal. Anybody else is doing, guys? Only one out of these so many students, only one student I replied. What is the error? MongoDB is not connected. What is the error? Okay, do check once that this thing you have written it correctly or not. Check all of you, this thing have you written correctly or not. Yeah. Connected. Oh, wow, nice. First first person to give me the answer of connection. Done. Second. Okay, done. People are doing it. Done. Done. This MongoDB corrected. Localhost 27017. Sorry. Now check this one whether you have written correct. Check your env file. Env file should always be inside your only backend folder, not inside any other folders. Fine. It should be inside your backend and .env over here. Not, it should not inside config or any other folder. Then who were getting the errors? Have you completed? Server message if you are getting, guys, then you have not written over here in the index.js connect db. Have you written? Did you get this message? MongoDB connected successfully. Okay. In order to do one thing, you check. You do a console.log over here in the connect db. You do a console.log over here, and you check whether this MongoDB, this one is coming or not. You copy this process.env MongoDB URI. Fine. Control V and save this. Once you save this, what will happen over here? Okay, it is still showing undefined. Oh, fine, because it is await async request. No. Okay, fine. It will show you undefined now. You write connect db. AJ Oja, have you written connect db over here in the index.js file? Janilika, have you installed Mongoose first of all? This is the important thing. That's why I'm emphasizing, because here only the mistakes will happen. So it either it is a mistake of you writing the code or the installation. That's what I want to see. You have not written the env file correctly, I guess. Uh, Pragadish, Pragadish Mohan, correctly you have not written the file. That's why it is giving you the error .env, or you have not in this you have written the wrong path over here. Either of the two cases. Er confused, then there can be more options. First of all, you check Mongo URI is correct or not. sometimes what will happen, sometimes because of your uh, uh, college network also you cannot in join it, or else. Fine, those who are getting the issues, no, please write it in the LMS. Okay, one by one we will check and we will help you to do that. Fine, we can have a one-to-one session in Google Meet, and then we can do that. Okay, don't worry about that. It'll not harm your what you call, whatever you are doing now. Fine. So those who are getting the issues after the class, do write in the LMS with the screenshot of whatever the error you are getting. Correct? All of you, those who are getting, please raise the issues. Fine. Okay, then we will move forward. Now, guys, we are going. We have connected our database. Fine, database connections and everything has been done. Okay. Now it's time to write our logics. Fine. It's time to what? To write our logics. Okay. Now where to write, how to write. Okay. All those things. Fine. So see here, if you go to index.js file, we have written this. Fine. This represents your everything. Okay. We are going to write this only. This means what? This is what we mean as an API routes. Yes. Now it has been forward slash. If I write over here API, now it has been changed into API. This represents what? Routing. Fine. So see over here, if I go to get, if I go to Postman and I'll send this, now it will give you an error. But if I write over here forward slash API, then send it, then you see it is now giving me message server is working. So this is what our route. Correct. So we have to create routes, many routes. One route for sign up, one route for sign in, one route for forget password, one route for reset password, and other routes. Other So routes we have to create. What was the error, AJ? Fine. Routes we have to create. Now, when you hit this route, what happens? When you hit this route, what happened is our request response cycle is created. Our request and response cycle is running. Fine. Okay. So this actually, what do you mean by request response cycle? The request response cycle means this function is running. This callback function, what you have written now. Fine. Okay. Okay. This callback function, what you have written, this one, this is running. This is called actually controller, and this is called routing. These are what? Routers. These are controllers. Fine. Controller will have a request and response cycle. Request means what? Whatever it is incoming. Response, we will give you a response with the status code. Suppose your status code, some issues with the backend, so 400 error, some issues with the let's suppose from the system 500 error, like this error codes are there. Fine, it is decided all. Fine, if you want to, like, yes, everything is okay, then 200 is the message status code. So these type of status codes are there. A request and response cycle has been created. Request is incoming and the backend will read the request, and according to that we will respond it. Fine, according to that we will respond it. That is where it is written. That is written inside our controller. So the main aim of writing the backend is this. Now up to here, what we have done, we have set up. Fine, what we have done, we have set up the backend. Now, if you push this setup inside your GitHub and keep it there, every time, yes, every time when you create a Node.js, fine, or you create a backend, the whole setup you have to do. Instead of that, you can pull this, you can take this code from the backend and you can start directly writing your routing and controllers. because that is the main logical part of that, logical part of our backend. Fine. The up to here, whatever we have done, it's a setup. Every time when you create a new backend, you have to do these things. So my suggestion is that here now what you can do here, you can keep it inside the GitHub, or you can practice this 2-3 times and keep it inside the GitHub, so that every time you don't have to use it. You can just take it from the GitHub and use it. That is one thing. Now let's continue to build our routes, our controllers. Fine. And the most important thing over here is to how you have to design your database. That is the most important thing. See, controllers can be written on the database. Controllers are written actually on the database. How your database it is, how we should write a query to do such operations in your database, everything. So before going on to the controller, or before even going on to the routing part, first we have to decide how your database should be designed. Fine. How your database should be designed. It means if you are writing, suppose name, the name should be what? It should be a number, or it should be a string value. That thing decision you have to take. That is what the database design you have to do. Then you are writing phone number. Phone number, is it a is it a number, or it should be an object? Fine. Then you are writing images. Images should be what? It should be a string value, or it should be an image array. Everything you have to now decide. This is what we call as a database design. Fine. So this is very important. This is the first thing you have to do before even writing the routings and the controller. After when you finish what you call installation of the backend and everything, the first thing you have to do is what? You have to design your database. Fine. So over here, we'll take the help of now again Mongoose. Fine. We'll take the help of again what? Mongoose. And here we have to write how to how to models, how to write the models, means design our database. So you see here it is written const schema is equal to new mongoose dot schema, and the name string, size string, and const tag is equal to mongoose dot model tank and the schema. This is how you have to write. Fine. Or constructing the documents, how to construct the documents and everything. So everything is actually written over here. Fine. Fine. From here, from the what you call, everything has been read from the documentation only, and that's what we are going to use it. Fine. So let's now model our databases. So what you have to do here, you have to create inside the backend, you have to create 3 folders. Fine. One folder, you call them as models. Fine. Your database models. Second folder, you call them as controllers. Fine. Third folder, controllers means what? Request and response cycles. Separately we are. Now what? See, this thing now here it is written, it is okay. But this thing actually can grow and grow enormously. Very huge. So that's why separately everything is written, and at the end in the index.js, everything will be combined. Fine, everything will combine. Okay. And last one more folder you have to create. That folder is called routes. Fine. That folder is called what? Routes. Now, first of all, goes to the model. Fine. Go to the models, and what we are going to use in the model, guys? User model we are going to create. Correct. user model we are going to create. So here you write a new file and you write user model.js because we need to sign up. So we need a user information. So that's all thing we are keeping inside our user model. Then what we have to do, first thing what we have to do is import mongoose, because we are going to take the help of mongoose. So import mongoose from mongoose. Import mongoose from mongoose. Fine. Then you'll write const user schema. Fine. User schema is equal to new mongoose. Fine. Dot schema. Fine. That's also it was written in the here also. Same thing we are writing. New mongoose dot schema. And here we have to model it. See, here it is written name will be of string type, size will be of what? String type. That's where we have to model. Means we have to write an object where we have to tell them what will be the type, name will be the type of what, email should be the type of what, password should be the type of what. Means model it. Whether email should be unique, yes, it should be unique. All those things we are going to write within this highlighted body. Fine. See, curly bracket, enter. Now you write name. Fine. Name will be of, see here, type string. You can write like this also, type string. And you can write required. Fine. You can write required. Do you know what do you mean? What do you mean by required over here? Sorry. Means you cannot skip this thing. You have to give any value over here. So I'll write required true. And if you are not giving anything, so I will write the error message also over here. Okay, this is required. Fine. So see over here, it is written a schema of what type. These are actually options. So in that option, we have written what type of data it should be. And if it is required is true. That is true. Means you have to write it. You cannot leave this field blank. And if it is required, and if the error, if you did not do anything, then I will throw an error. In that error, this message will be fine. This is the error message. Okay. Next up, what guys? Next up, email. Fine. Email. Now again over here, type string. Okay, type string. Required, is it required value? Yes, because because the email IDs are always unique. Correct. So that is a required thing. True. You cannot skip this. So you can write email is required. Fine. Then one more option I can add. One more option is that unique true. Unique true means it will not have any repeated emails ID stored. Fine. It will not have any repeated email ID stored. Fine. Then we can have lowercase. Okay, lowercase what? True. Means convert all the email ID which is coming over here into lowercase. That's what we have written. Whatever the incoming email address you are writing, convert all of them inside what you call lowercase. Then password. Anybody has any doubt, please don't hesitate to ask. Fine. Type string, again a string value. Fine. Type string, is it required? Yes, it is required. Fine, yes, it is required. So over here I'll write what? True. And you can again write message password is required. Fine. Password is what? Required. And over here you can also write one thing, that is minimum length. Minimum length what? 6. Written. After that we have what? Avatar. Avatar. Fine. Type of what? String it is. Fine. And then default value. You can also add a default value. So default value is empty string. Default value is what? Empty string. Fine. And then what it was written over here? What it was written over here? After writing all of these things, what you have to do? Const tank is equal to mongoose.model, then tank, and then write the schema. The schema. Fine. So same thing we will also write. What we'll write? We'll write const user is equal to mongoose dot model. Fine. Mongoose dot model. And over here what you'll write? User comma this what it is written? User schema. Correct. So user schema. Fine. That's all. And then we are going to export default user, because we are writing it everything separately. That's why we have to export this thing. So we have exported it. I hope guys you have written. Fine. Uh, let's see any doubt, any questions you have asked. So how do you make sure that one uppercase, one symbol, some letters, this we have to write the password? For that, what you have to write, that you have to write regular expression. You have to write that if here is a function, fine, here you can also write a function and you can verify that functions, that so in that thing you can write that regular expression in which it has to match one uppercase, it has to match one symbol, and some like it the password should be not long than not more not shorter than 6 words and everything. The required are the rules or constraints like SQL. Yes, yes. This collection will be saved in, yes. Actually what will happen, Atharva, whatever the data you are giving, fine, that will be saved according to this. Any data which does not match over here with this constraints or with this design, that then it will throw you an error. Fine, that will throw you an error. I hope it is clear. Okay, fine. Nitish, is it clear? Okay. Next, once you have designed it, now you can go directly to the controller and start writing it. Fine. So you will go to the controller, and in the controller you have to create, first of all you have to create the file, correct? So let's go and create auth controller, authentication we are doing now. So auth controller dot js. Okay, auth controller.js. Now auth controller.js, here we have to directly write our function, that functions request response function. Okay, so I will write const sign up. Fine, const sign up is equal to uh see bracket, curly bracket, like this. Fine, request comma response icon. And you know what, now whatever you are sending as and from the front end, it is coming as a request, guys. Fine, it is coming as a request, so you can receive that thing over here. How? So you have to write const data is equal to request dot body. Sorry. So all the data which is coming now here, it is going to receive as a request dot body. Fine. Before this, I just want to show you what is this request consist of. So I'll do a console.log and I'll just write what this request is consisting of. Okay, and then I will show you what this data is consisting of. Because of console.log, I'll write data. Then, as it is a request, it is coming. Fine, you have to now respond. So just for the sake of simplicity, to observe what this request is there, what this request.body is there, we'll just write response.status of 200 dot JSON format message I want to give. Fine, JSON format message I want to give, like that function run correctly. Fine. Or if anything is not matching over here, then I can write a try catch block. I can write a try catch block over here. In the try block, I will write this. In the catch block, I will write console.error. Fine. Console.error. And over here, I can write you can write sign up function not successful, or you can write sign up not successful. Fine. And over here also you can give response dot status. Fine. Response sorry response dot status 500 dot json. You can write the message you can write that sign up error. This thing you can give. Fine. So I have just written a very basic everything. Fine. And now what I will do, I will export curly bracket. Fine. Export curly bracket and sign up. Now you'll ask, sir, why you have used a curly bracket in before this you are using default? Because guys, this sign up I have written over here in this file only will write one more function login. Then that I need to export. So every export I will not do export default this. Instead of that, what I will do, everything I will write it inside a object. Fine. Inside an object. So I will export everything as an object. Fine. Now suppose I have written now the sign up function. Okay, I have written the sign up function. Next is what I have to write. I have to write the routing. Fine. I have to write what? Routing. Now routing is going to help me. Who is going to help me? Express is going to help me. Fine. For routing, Express is going to help me. Now Mongoose was helping, correct? Now Express will help. So I'll write auth routes dot js. Fine. Auth route dot js. So import Express from Express. Correct. Import Express from Express. Then what I will write, const router is equal to express dot router. Const router is equal to what? Express dot router. Fine. Now guys, tell me one thing. Do we have to give them a get request or a post request, put request? What type of request I should make? What type of request I should be creating? See, I am receiving a data, I am creating something. So in the creation of something, the CRUD operation, correct? You just remember the CRUD operation: create, read, update, and delete. Now what I am doing? Can you tell me? Sign up is what type of method? Wrong, Atharva. Yes, Nitesh, correct, Nitesh. Anybody from YouTube? What HTTP request we need to do? Yes, Nitesh. I saw your answer. Correct only. Post request, guys, because we are creating. Fine, because we are creating. Okay. So here I will write here I will write const, oh sorry, router dot post request, and then you have to write your then you have to write your path. Path is what? Sign up. Path is what? Sign up. And then what you have to write? Request response cycle. Since we have written the request response cycle, I just have to import that function over here. So if I write sign up over here, you can see it has been imported. Fine. Okay, it will get import. See. Okay, so import sign up from controller or controller, and don't forget to write .js over here. Okay, don't forget to write .js over here. Now you see router.post sign up. Fine. Over here also. Now if you see, we are not connected to our index.js. If I export this, export default, fine, router, export default router. Correct. Now what I will do, I'll go to the index.js and I will call this thing. And now if you see, everything is now in sync up. If I call this function router over there in the index.js, it is going to hit this. It is going to hit this route / sign up. This sign up is going to now call this function. This function is what? Sign up. This function is getting called. And if we use database over here, then database models also will be integrated. Now you see we have written models, controller, and route, and now we are connecting all these three things with our main backend. Fine. So see here over here how to connect it. We have to write app.use. Fine. We have to write app.use. Okay. And then you have to write, you can write a route. Now here, what route I am writing, this route will be repeatable for everything. API /auth. And if I write localhost 5000 API /API /auth /sign up, then it is going to hit that route. Fine. Router. See, now it has been imported. Where it is? Now you see it has been imported, and routers.js, auth route.js. Fine. So this path or this path will be common. Fine. This route, whatever you have written, will be common for each and everything. Okay. And this auth route is the endpoint which depends on the functionality. Suppose if I want for the login part, correct. So I will just change over here login. Fine. And I will write over here the function login. Okay, no problem over here. Fine. And that the route will become what? The route will be API auth / login. Okay, so that's what it is going to do. Now let's do one thing. Let's go to the Postman. Now imagine Postman is your front end, guys. Fine. Imagine Postman is your front end. Whatever it is going to do in the front end, that only whatever it is going to do in the front end, we can mimic everything in the Postman. Just you will not get to see all those good React, what you call, good UI and all, but everything what a front end can do is done by the Postman. That's where we are checking the API. This is where we are testing our APIs, whether our APIs are working correctly or not. If our APIs is working correctly, it means our routing is correct, our controllers are correct. And if our controllers are correct, it means we are actually writing our functionality correct. So that's why API testing is very, very, very important. Okay. So over here we have a post request, if you see, and what HTTP localhost 5000, what we have written auth, sorry, API /auth / sign up. Correct? Correct. Now you see one thing. Now I have written in the body, see, I have written name, body, raw, and then JSON type of data, not text, not JavaScript, JSON type of data. In this, I have written in the JSON format, I have written name like this, email, password. Okay. And then I'm sending it. Once I am sending it, what it is showing me, message function runs correctly, and I'm getting 200 okay message. It is my status code. It was my status code. Fine. And if you go to our what you call VS code, fine. If you go to our VS code, you can see we are getting this name, email ID, and password. As you remember, we have written what, console.log data because of that. And if you see console.log request I have done, na, you see this is a very, very, very big, very, very, very big function, sorry, object, which have almost everything as a request. What you can request, na, almost everything it had. Very, very big function it is. In this big function, we have us somewhere in this big function, you'll have a body. See here, here you see body. This is what we have taken out of this whole request, whole big request. This is only one thing what we have taken out. You can see also we have the path, sign up. Everything is there. You see, very big object it is. Done, guys. Is it working for you? Same project, Aaron. Same project you have to do. Is it done, guys? Are you getting? At least 1-2 person can tell me. Anything is fine, Aaron. If you want to use your own style, that is okay. If you want to use our style, that is also fine. No big thing. And I'm not going to provide any what you call code. Whatever they are covered in the class, that you have to write it and do it. Fine. No GitHub codes will be provided. Okay, shall we move forward? What happened? 1, 2, 3 array. What happened? Okay, fine then. Do one thing. You watch the recording up to here. Tomorrow, please, everyone, at least everyone should up to here you should finish. Because again, I will not repeat this thing. I will fast forward these things. Okay, fine. I will fast forward this thing. Fine. Because here only, if you have any doubt, do ask me. Fine. So thank you guys for joining. Fine. If you have any doubt, please feel free to ask me right now. Okay. And please complete your code up to here because it is very early session and now you can catch everything. Once it is gone into the middle section, then it will be very difficult. Okay. You can ask so many questions. If you have error, we can clear it. Everything can be done. Okay. Musical vibes. Okay, guys. So thank you for joining. If you have any doubt, please feel free to ask. If you don't have any doubts, you can go. Fine. Those who didn't get the offer letter or something like that, or any errors are coming, please feel free to write in LMS. Thank you, everyone. You can leave the session. Thank you. Same here. Thank you for your precious time to listen. Yes, I will open quiz for all of you. Those who have not attended, please attend it. Mm, that I have not decided. I think this whole week should I open, because you guys are too much time you are taking. Fine. At the end of this is the project, Rahul. This is what you have to do. The same project what we are doing in the class, that project you have to do. At least this one you do. Yes, you have to submit this. Thank you guys. You can leave. Okay. Fine, Atharva.